Yeah. Welcome to Midwest Takeoff, where the stars rise and the real ones show up.
Yo, what up, world? It's Cooley. Shout out to the Midwest Takeoff. Let's get into it.
Hey, Cooley. Or Antonio, depending on the day. It's me. Just letting this little robot voice know you're gonna hear mine after the beep. You know, I don't really like talking to machines, but I guess this is how we visit now. Me on this end of the line, you floating somewhere between two airports.
Yeah. I was just talking to a girl from back home, and she was asking me, like, what you gonna do, you know, when it's time to settle down? Ain't you gonna grow up? And I said, just right now, you know, it's just my time. I just gotta live. What you gonna do when the party over? When you get the women in your dreams, but she hardly sober. Guess she fell victim to the fast life. I just met her last night. She told me that she met me in the past life. I come from a city where they dream, but they hardly make it. She come from a life of living dreams, but her heart is vacant. Where it's never yes and never no, but it's complicated. Just part of my observation. She gon' only move when she obligated. Told me promise if I make it to come and get you. Broke your heart when I told you this world don't fit you. Plus I'm never home, so I won't really kick it with you. Just a little longer, girl, I promise I won't forget you. But I'm high right now, the guy right now. Seeing stars but not looking at the sky right now. Nothing really come as a surprise right now, cause I'm having the time of my life right now. Late night roses and champagne. I don't even drink, but we toast to the campaign. To the gamble, cause this life is a crap game. Money on the wood floor seats at the Cavs game. What women that you see on the movie screen, not really Hollywood, but they be on that Tubi scene. Got you texting my phone like that's supposed to be you and me. I ignore it, then reply the next morning like usually. Text coming back green, so I'm guessing you through with me. Damn, this is part of my eulogy. Baby girl, you gotta give me time, this is new to me. I was just playing with them girls, I was gonna get right back. But it's all love though, at least for me. Peace. It was All-Star Game 2022. You know, the weekend, it was in Cleveland. It was cold as hell. And me and my nigga Mac was talking, you know, he was talking about rap and basketball and how they just correlate with each other. And I said, I know you on to something, you know. Yeah. The funny thing about rap niggas and ball players, we think we doing the same thing. Both playing the game, taking shots, getting scouted by the bad bitches, all chasing the same ring. Dollars out of cents, act like niggas don't exist in this shit. And I walk around this bitch like I'm Kobe, analyzing the plays, watch these niggas do the most for the fame. Tell these niggas I don't wanna be homies, I'm cool on it. Heart cold as the ice age. Women from my past, that was part of my high stage. Feeling like they love was a part of a life phase. Just a wrong time with my heart in the right place. Constantly attract the wrong chick with the right face. Tight frame, activating the right brain. Talking like she Erykah Badu, but I know it's not true. When I come to realize she ain't quite sane. You said this price of fame gon' cost you. Yeah, shit ain't been the same since I lost you. Swimming in all these women every time that they fall through. In the city, I walk around this bitch like a boss do. Your mama say I'm not the same boy that they all knew. She right though, I'm out here looking like Michael. Which one? It really just depends how the night go. Hold on, I hit you back after this flight though. I gotta go.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy 216 Hundo here on the Midwest Takeoff, and we back with the same crew. My girl Boss Bree, DJ Lock Bay, and my man Troop Nation. And we got a special guest today, the lover boy himself, Cooley. What's going on, my brother?
Chilling, man. Bless,
Cooley
man.
in the
Can't
building.
Can't complain,
Nah.
man. What you got going on, man? I know you acting, you rapping, you doing a lot of things. You just killed it on the mic drop. What you got going on?
All of that. You know, a couple movies coming out, premiere next month. You know, been busy lately.
Okay.
We actually in something together, man.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
is. Y'all know we doing my acting thing. We in some shit together too. It's really gonna be fire too, man.
What's that called?
Yeah, name drop the
Right.
movies.
Hold on.
So it's called The Loving Wife.
The Lover Boy?
The Loving Wife.
The Loving Wife.
So
See, he got Lover Boy in my head.
So I actually played a lead role in that.
No, we can't say too much and shit.
But I
We
can't
sign
really say
NDAs
too much
and
about it
shit.
because we had to sign NDAs. So
Okay. All right.
But we appreciate y'all because, we going to all come to the premiere for that. How
Yeah.
about that? Yeah.
Oh,
the
you
whole
got to. It's
team.
gonna be fly.
The whole
The
team.
whole team,
For
yeah.
sure.
So what is it like when you go into your first role? Or what was that like when you first got accepted? Like, hey, I'm in my auditions and I got the part.
So I always did theater growing up. So like it was like a formality for the most part. But actually like getting a role and like seeing the whole thing through, that's like the tough part.
Do you have like a? Oh my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
I was about to ask, like, do you have a certain process you do when you get ready for a role?
Yeah, so depending on the character, I try to like, come up with like a template for it, maybe base it off something I've seen before if it's something similar to, another movie or anything like that and just put my own spin on it, because you got to add your flavor and your influence to any role that you're on. But it can't be you. So I do that and like, just try to get my lines down for the most part, get good chemistry with everybody that I'm working with. Yeah, it's a cool process.
Okay.
I've been in a couple movies, and I haven't. I have a movie coming out that I'm in. I had to do the NDA, but I have an actual speaking role this time, and I get to do a couple things that I'm not used to. So I've been extra, a little line here or there, but this time I actually got a role, and I think it's gonna be crazy because I have to be. Like how I trained to be an actor, it was method acting. So I kind of close myself off and like, what would this person be? And I study a person like that so I could be like match their mannerisms. And so I think when that comes out, it might surprise you too. Like you might be like, hit me up like, okay, you did that.
No, I actually seen you in something with my boy Max shot it. He was actually in it too.
Yeah.
Like you was the officer though.
Yeah, I
Hey,
played
movie
a cop.
star.
Yeah, I played a
Yoke me
cop
up,
in there.
man. Shout out to
And
Mac,
it was
too.
a whole turning point because like you actually seemed convincing, like you was like a.
Hey man, if people want to. Hey, I can act, man.
He took my chips through he took my chips through him on the ground and shit, man. Hit me
Yeah.
up.
So that was No Clean Exit. What
No
we
Clean
did is
Exit,
all over YouTube. So go watch that. But I played a cop in there. Thanks to Hundo. He's like, hey man, come play this cop role. And when
Obviously, I played the guy that was
and
he was
that was,
chasing.
hey, and listen. That was a real gun we used. That was a real gun.
Oh,
But-
Lord.
no, yeah, I mean,
It wasn't loaded.
it wasn't
for sure.
loaded or
We-
nothing like that.
I checked
you know what I'm saying?
37,000
Yeah,
times.
Right,
he said, clear it out again. Clear.
Let me do it now.
Yeah.
I actually had a
Clear that
role
baby.
like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm in this thing called Holy Grail, and I play like this street dude that's also a businessman. I had to kill a couple people.
Yeah.
So they actually the first shooting scene, they actually gave me a real gun, and I had to tell dude like, hey, shoot this a couple times like, that way real quick.
Yeah, I mean, because you definitely, for one, you don't want to, make no mistakes, especially with these people being your friends and stuff like that. Two, I went through, like, I had a CCW, so I went through, like, trainings and stuff
Right.
like that of how to hold a gun. A lot of people, first thing they do when they grab a gun, they try to grab the trigger. That's how a gun accidentally go off.
Yeah.
You do the L format, you'll never touch the trigger at all. So even in the movie, 'cause how it's, like, shot, you'll never see that my hand was never on the trigger at all. So, but I get to slam my friend on the car. That was fun. Put down the chips.
I threw my shit. I was
I
mad
gotta
too.
see that. I
Yeah.
gotta see that.
It's called No
I-
Clean Exit.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I
Shot
always
by
wanted to get into
Cinematic
acting.
Max.
Shout out to Mac.
I just,
Shout out
but
to Matt.
I don't ever have time. Like it'd be always like I've had people hit me up to like, oh, I would love for you to like audition for this role, giving me the lines, and I just don't have I just have never had the time.
I
I
can
have
see you.
friends that do like videos and like are videographers, and they be like, you need to get into acting, and I'm just like, I would love to. It just has never been my time.
But your time is coming. I mean, you're around so much, so I think your time will definitely come. You give me the
The
vibes
auditions
of,
come up, and what happened? I was in the neck brace. Everybody's at the auditions. Where was I at? In the neck brace. It has not been my time. That's what I'm saying.
I
So
think because I want to get into some acting, but I think that I'll just be kind of talking myself out of it.
Well, don't fucking talk to yourself.
I'm not a shy person. I'm
Yeah.
not afraid. I know.
This I would say, like, with certain roles, you gotta. It's not just who you are, because you gotta make it believable. but it's like who can you embody? Like I study Forrest Whitaker, right?
Okay.
And so all his roles, he don't mess with people while he's on set, right? So he's a method actor. Samuel L. Jackson, he's a method actor. So when I look at these debates, like who's the best actor, and they always say Denzel Washington, which is one of my favorite, but I think Samuel L. Jackson can play any role,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
But Denzel Washington can't play Star Wars. You can't see him in Star Wars, you know? So it's like
Denzel actually had like he set the template for like the guys like the Michael B. Jordans and people that usually are like just they kind of play different versions of themselves and everything.
So who is
which
your
nothing wrong with.
inspiration? Like who is someone or some people that actors or actresses that you look up to when it comes to becoming better and pursuing your craft?
Denzel Washington and Tupac Shakur.
Okay. Tupac was a good
R.I.P.
actor.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he did.
I feel like he did his thing for
He killed
the
the
short time he was. You know.
Poetic justice. I mean, like
Justice
that,
too,
and he was in that one movie where he was a detective.
Yeah, gang related.
Yeah,
like
so people forget about that one.
The thing about Pac was like he's like he had like a lot of things to his name, but so people kind of didn't like look to the acting like that.
Yeah, he was a theater major.
But when you go back and you actually look at those movies that he was in, like towards like the end of his life, you could tell he was about to go somewhere
He
else.
about to transition,
was,
over to another
avenue lane.
Yeah.
For sure. Like if you go back with Jada Pinkett and Tupac, how they were in theater art school. That was the school they went to. Like in high school. He did all these things to perfect the craft and an image. And a lot of people don't realize, from actors to rappers to any type of music, these are all entertainers. It's a not a facade, but it's a different version of who they are behind closed doors.
Right. It translated.
It's embellished a little bit.
It translated. Like, his acting skills, like it went, with the rap as well. Like, not saying Pac didn't do a lot of the stuff that he talked about, but he was able to put 10 on 2 a lot of times because he had the presence to be like, I'm this, and everybody was like, oh yeah, he's that. And they,
y'all gonna believe me.
Yeah,
right.
Think about it.
Make
Like
y'all believe
Method
me.
Man. Method Man is an actor, but
You know
he started
what?
off rapping.
Yeah,
But you know
a
what?
lot
A
of
lot
rappers
of
go into
people
acting.
from New York go to theater. Like a lot of artists from New York that become actors, they go to theater. Like Nicki Minaj, she's a theater major. She went to school for theater.
I feel like them movies back in the day, like Step Up and Order, like that's like real. Like that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was, if that's what they wanted, that's what they did. No matter what it took. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was in the streets, getting their street cred through that, or like being able to go to the big school and have worked so hard with their art to perform and get to that level, and it just excels them. And in that, like, they get that confidence, like they get the trust in themselves to stand on who they are, but know like the performance part of them is still able to like switch on and off. When do you think that you got that, or do you feel like you have found that within yourself, especially being a multifaceted artist?
So that's a good question, actually. Like, so I actually did find that. The thing is, though, like, you build this, like we talked about it on Threads, like, you build this, like, idea about yourself, like, where people look and they're like, oh, like, this is who he is. And, they kind of get me, who I am, like, as a person mixed up with what they see on IG. But, however, what's on IG gets me the roles, That's where, that when I step into that, that's where it gets me all the opportunities. When people address me, they don't say Antonio, they say Cooley. Like,
You're right.
Yeah.
They say Truth when they same thing.
I know, same thing.
So, question, right? So, you do a lot of these 90s photo shoots, right?
Uh-huh.
What inspired you about that era to bring it back into 2026?
Because that's when everything was, like, pure.
Yes.
For the most part. Like,
All right, speak on that.
It had, like, it was just authentic. Like, just the time, like, the energy of it. Everything was, like, fresh and new.
Everything.
You got to think, like, so you tie 90s culture to, like, hip-hop, right?
Right.
When you think about, like, hip-hop and rap as a genre, it's not that old. So by the time the 90s come around, it's only about, like, 12 years old as a genre.
Yeah.
So it's still, like, pretty much a teenager. Like, it's, like, that's pretty much what was going on. So, and, like, all of that stuff from that time kind of touches people differently. it's more organic. You know, you didn't have the internet to have to sell yourself or
I still
anything like
remember
that.
cassette tapes.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
that shows my age.
I
but
remember I used to make mixes on my cassette.
You used to have to
Record
like
them off the radio.
man,
Mhm.
off the radio.
Yeah,
for
you got to
sure.
press the record button
get
and the
this.
play
That
button at the
630
same
mix come
time.
on.
Like,
Yeah, push and record.
Hey, no,
yeah,
man,
the Walkmans, all of that.
And then like
my
the
CD
song
player
that you
used to
looking
get
for
me.
don't never play like when you
Man,
wanted.
not at all. It's always the one, the CD scratch on your favorite song because you played it too
Always.
much.
For sure. And like now you got Apple Music and everything, so you got access to, you know, you don't have to wait for the radio to play something and all that. So it's a
Right.
different time. But back then, it just was like you know, fresh. Like that's the best way to describe it. And that was a word that people used a lot too. But
Fresh, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
so like on topic but off topic. I'm just say this: if a man ever still gave me a CD with a playlist of music that like confessed his love, my heart would still melt. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
that speaks to
Shout
like
out to all the
to
men that made
you know,
The R&B
like-
men out there.
Yeah,
Go ahead and get a
like I
CD
just had to
with
say
some,
those
that.
mixed CDs when we was
'Cause
younger,
I
we
thought-
used
Gonna
to
steal her
make,
heart.
I thought I
hey.
was the stuff growing up and being able to like put the music that I wanted to on my CD and have it and have
Burn
like we could
CDs.
just
Burn
you know,
CDs.
yeah, man.
I used to burn CDs.
LimeWire.
Friends
Yeah.
used to write the little playlist down, you know, have a little sleeve. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
You
See,
know.
we was on the same.
Nah, bro. But I do got a question for you. It's like a 2-part question.
What's up?
What was your most favorite role, and what was your most challenging role, and why for both?
All right. So it's the same role. The role of Giovanni Carter in Holy Grail. Like
Okay.
because I'm a kid from Cleveland Heights, man. So I ain't never really been into the streets and nothing like that. I might have, you know, I had my little time
Dib
where
and dab.
I had my time where I thought I was hard or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, but for the most part, like, so to be that character, this dude that, you know, is a killer, a dude that sell like major drugs and stuff like that, like, and to make it believable, that was really challenging for the most part. I had to really kind of, you know, study people I knew.
Who did you study? Well, never mind.
I can't tell you that. He might go to jail.
Right.
The business.
But yeah, I had to kind of like, you know, just put myself around like people that I kind of know that be into that type thing for real, and just like, you know, pay attention to the lingo, how they carry themselves, mannerisms and stuff, you know, and just put my own twist on it.
Do you consider yourself a method actor?
Yeah, for the most part.
You
'Cause,
stuck on method acting.
I mean,
Yeah, man. I'm
the,
trying to. That's my favorite style of acting.
That's
I'm not
what's
gonna lie.
crazy. When I act, I just cut that shit on.
Mhm.
I be chill just like this, and then
So that.
Do you feel like you get the same like similar roles a lot?
What is it
Who,
called?
me?
No, him, because he said he just cut it on and cut it off. I feel like people.
He's an improv actor.
but no, I don't. Like I've had like one role where I was like really abusive, like another role where I'm just like a chill friend. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like they're all not the same. But
Okay.
I'm
No,
good
yeah.
at improv, so
You know, you know how some people like turn it on, turn it off. Like when we compare the actors that we see that are bigger, you can kind of like, okay, but you get the same role, but you know, like The Rock. You know, like,
Right.
you know, you kind of just like turn it
the
on, turn
same,
it. But you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, so that's why I asked that question, because sometimes we see ourselves in like a certain way, and then when we watch ourselves back, this for me at least, I'd be like, that was not what I was like trying to do. You know, I don't, maybe because
That wasn't. How
I
that
don't do
was
all the
supposed to
acting
go.
all the time, but you know what I'm like,
like I know
even in when I'm talking and people be like, you said that like off, but how I am as a person, that's not my intention when I'm giving it off. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I know for me, like when I be acting, like as a safe space, I'll go back to being funny.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's my comfort zone. If I'm in the roller doing something, I may do something just a little bit funny, just because I know that's my comfort zone.
So
And
how do
it
you
works.
get through those moments, Cooley? Like, do you have a like he said, he reverts to being funny.
Like
When
his little
he's
safe space.
Yeah, safe space. Do you have a safe space?
I mean, like, so just going into my personality, being cool, suave for the most part, because that always works in anything that you're doing. For like, well, even if you're playing a killer, like, you know, like you gotta charm people in order to kind of like.
Finesse.
lull
That
them
sound like
to
a
sleep.
serial
Like,
killer.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean, literally, that's what they do.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, that's pretty much all it is. Like everybody has their comfort zone of where they need to go to kind of, you know, keep that pocket. But yeah, that's what I do usually.
Okay. I have one question. So you do a lot of work, you know, we work together. But when I've worked with you, we've done video shoots, but never like acting shoots. What do you think that you would want to like incorporate into your shoots to that you do, like whether it's the video or just the modeling, like photography, that you want to be able to like encompass that doesn't get to be presented in that?
I got so many ideas. I kind of like to stay along the lines of like the cinematic flow of things. Like, so, you know, like one of my favorite shoots we did was the one with the painting.
Yeah.
Where that was like, you know, it kind of gave shades of like Mia Culpa a little bit. Like, and it's, you know, I just try to go for things that, you know, keep me in the look of an actor.
So
like,
for the people who don't know the painting, elaborate on that so, you know, the audience know what that is.
All right, so it was a it was a digital painting that I got Boss Bree for sure, and like so the photo shoot was like me like as if I was painting her, like she was posing.
Yeah.
So
And then we did it like a little part on the couch. So that's why when you said that, like that part, that's what I thought about, was like the raw, authentic parts where we were like cracking jokes trying to get the poses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like in those moments, but like even though there's not any words that's being said, like being able to incorporate that, like those moments, and like do you see those like when you're shooting, like when you're doing like that modeling, or does it like, is it completely like separate?
It depends on who I'm working with. Like for real, like you really easy to work with, like and really cool. So it was easy to kind of like get in that pocket with you. Like, you know, when I did the paintbrush in your nose and stuff, like that was easy to do, like because we actually vibed out. But you know, it's not the same for everybody. So like you kind of sometimes you would shoot and just be like, I can't wait to get this over with. The vibe is off and it's not. I'm not feeling this right now.
What's
like,
your lines? Let's say it. Let's get in. Let's get out.
Yeah.
It's crazy though.
So you've been acting for a long time. So I saw you guys do like a Christmas series or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, elaborate on that, because I saw it on there. I'm like, at first I thought y'all were just doing a kickback. It looked like, I'm like, man, I didn't get the invite. I didn't get the phone call. Like,
Man,
dang, y'all can't.
I thought it was cool, man. I thought
All
it
right,
was better.
so I'm gonna leave with this though, right? When you put stuff together yourself, and you probably know this, like, it is a complete headache. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you got to make sure everybody's schedule is on point. You got to pay for everything. You know, like it cost me so much money to put that together, but it was a complete vibe. Like, what we was able to capture in that was like, it was so authentic. Some of these people, it was their first time being around each other. But of course, you know, my bros like Cam and Fred and Mel, like we all kind of know each other. So that was an authentic thing. But yeah, it was like, that was something I feel like the city needed. Like, you know, we got so many projects that talk about like, you know, certain aspects of life, but nobody does the, you know, a group of professional friends getting together and
that
actually
was dope.
having
I'm not gonna lie, that was dope. It like, even watching it, it was like, dang, I'm gonna sit back and just watch this. Like, it's something that you would sit back and watch, especially when you know the people, you want to give them support. But then it's like, it took it to a next level where it's like a bunch of professionals in the city, a bunch of entrepreneurs in the city all at once, acting, playing cards, like. It just made you want to tune in. It was like, oh, this is different. Like, because you don't see too much like that out here.
Yeah, we going to do it again, man. I'll make sure y'all come out.
Yeah, y'all heard that.
Put me down for a ticket.
And also, like, in all the acting you're doing, what has been, like, the most challenging yet the most rewarding thing about this process as far as you acting?
Okay, so this gets a little deep. So, all right. I had a public relationship with an actress, and it went kind of left. And you know how, like, in most cases, though, when it's a man and a woman in these situations, they always they gonna side with that woman no matter what. So I went through this whole process of, like, first I was, like, not confident to want to, like, audition for stuff because I'm already knowing how people thinking and stuff like that. And then, you know, I actually, you know, went through a period of kind of being blackballed.
Yeah.
So I had to really like work my way back, you know, to a point where I could get like, you know, people start, you know, seeking me out again. But that was really rewarding because it's, you know, I got it all back tenfold. Like, and I attribute that all to God, like, because you know, I can't really describe it like how everything fell into place, especially last year, you know. But I just had to, you know, I had to take a route of like, you know, being silent, going through it and just praying, and like, you know, everything came back to me, like, and I, you know, bigger opportunities and everything.
Man, everything happened for a reason too. You feel me? Minor setback for a major comeback.
What I said the other episode, it's a slingshot, bro. It's hard to do like this, but when you let go, you shoot forward and you propel past what your problems was even were to begin with.
Man, but it was a process, man.
Yeah.
Like it was like
That process something else.
Yeah.
You going through it or something else.
Yeah, it was
Man.
different.
But when you come through on the other side, there's so much on the other side.
Yeah, for sure.
But you learn from it, and that's the point of the process. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because
yeah.
a lot of people skip that. They skip it, and then they just repeat. You know what I mean? So.
For sure. Like one thing I learned, like not gonna date another actress. That's one thing.
Really?
Somebody give me a librarian. You feel me?
I don't know. Don't let her ruin it.
It's hard to date people in the industry when you're a public figure and they're a
Yeah.
public figure. Everybody has opinions. Everybody's gonna choose sides. Like when
Then
I
your
go into
relationship
dating,
ain't even your
I try to
relationship no more.
yeah. When I
Everybody
go into
else is
dating, I
their
try to go
entertainment.
into dating
Right.
with them not being known in any type of industry. Like I want a regular person, you know, and not saying that we're not regular, but you know, I don't really want somebody in the industry.
It's too many competing factors, man. Like
I don't care about competition. It's more of is everybody going.
The dynamics aren't there.
Yeah, it's an effect that I just wouldn't want. Like your girl want more Instagram followers. She got to be in everybody's face, just like you got to be in everybody's face.
that's what I mean
You know
by
what I'm saying?
competing factors, because it's like it's certain non-negotiables as a artist or actor or whatever you want to be. That, you know, if you really want to do this to your full potential, you got to be a little selfish. You got to really kind of like hone in on what you're doing. That means you got to go to a party by yourself, not with your girl or not with your guy. Like, you know, you can't, because people, you know, they're not going to want to give you opportunities. Oh, they're in a relationship. I can't. And it's like, you don't want to put yourself through that. Like, you know.
No, I feel like that's kind of it's a double-edged sword, because it's different when you have someone that has their own motion, though. You know,
Yeah.
they're not dependent upon you to be in a room. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
So
sure.
when you have that, y'all know how to play roles and that benefit each other.
But loyalty is a big thing too. You know, because
Absolutely.
at the same time, like, yeah, that's all good, but you know, somebody got an opportunity for them, and they like, yo.
But see, that's
Yeah,
all about
that's
character.
it.
That's about
Trust
character,
Trust and
though.
loyalty right there.
Yeah, that's the biggest
about
thing.
the character, the core of the
Yeah.
person.
But see,
you know what I'm
that's your 90s vibes popping out right there, because you probably come from the heart like, hey, I really care about you. And you see an opportunity, you going to bounce? Hold up. Whoa.
Like, right.
Chill.
It's like, yeah, and that's where it's like, you know, you kind of like got to think about that. You got to know the character of the person, because,
Yeah.
you know, people could play, you know, cool as much as they want to, but, you know, somebody put them an offer they can't refuse out, they not going to, 9 times out of 10, they're going to choose that offer over you. And
Yeah.
they're going to hope that you understand. And you're going to understand it, because it's like, all right,
If it was you would have did the same shit.
yeah, I mean, to a degree.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's a lot of
I kinda
factors
know
that
it's-
might.
it's principles, bro.
Yeah,
it
to
is
a
principle, because I kind of went through that too, where you know, I was doing a podcast, and you know, somebody I was dealing with didn't like me just in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? She trusted me. You know what I'm saying? Everything like that. She just didn't like me in the limelight. You know, you got certain people out there. So I mean, whoever you dealing with gotta understand where you're at
And where you're going.
and where you going, and gotta understand there's gonna be times to where you're not gonna see me, or maybe a long night, but you gotta understand what I'm grinding for. It's all about the bigger picture. You feel what I'm saying? It's
100%.
about my goals. At the end of the day, you got goals you're trying to achieve. I ain't gonna stand in your way. I got goals I want to achieve. I would hope you wouldn't try to stand in my way, because if that's
Facts.
the case, I
Facts.
cut you off.
The
Yeah.
word is consideration.
Consideration,
and
the highest form of
alignment.
love, for sure.
And alignment. Let's not forget. 'Cause
Yeah.
the first and foremost, a lot of times people be getting in relationships and they are not aligned.
That too.
And
That
so it was already a fucked up foundation. Excuse my language. But you know what I'm saying? So I
That
think
makes
the
sense.
main thing we have to be focused on, period, with any relationship, friendship, family, romantic, business, like,
Yeah.
is it aligned? You know what I mean? Because everything could crumble if it ain't.
And that just led me to this question here. Have you ever had a role to where you had to be like had an intimate scene with another woman, but you still in a relationship?
Yeah.
Is that ever like interplayed, and how did that work out?
You ever seen y'all familiar with The Game, the TV show?
Yeah.
You remember when Derwin Davis had to do that video shoot with Drew Sidora?
Yeah.
I had that exactly happened to me, like, for real. So it was an R&B actress, R&B singer. She had me a part of her video, and I was in a relationship at the time.
Oh, Lord.
And in the video, I had to kiss her, and I kissed her for sure. Like,
Yeah, I get it for sure.
that made the entire video. Like that was like the highlight of everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Denzel be kissing folks,
but
and
my
his wife loved his ass.
my
and they-
girl at the time wasn't she wasn't comfortable with that. And then like what ends up happening is the singer, she caught feelings for me. So it was like
Oh.
I'm over here sneaking off doing that.
Oh,
Yeah. Don't get to telling her. She gonna see this.
Hey, no, it's man, look,
It is what it is.
all parties know what went down. Like, you know what I mean? But that was something like, I had to like learn from, like, cause it's a responsibility you carry. You gotta, you can't.
Real coolly.
So what would you do differently?
Well, I mean, like, so I would be I'll be transparent. If I'm in a relationship, I'd be like, yo, this is what I got to do. And I would keep that boundary there to where, like, it's just professional. Like, because, I was acting like an idiot, for real, to be honest, in that situation. Like,
I mean, you live and you learn, you grow, and then, when you water yourself, you already know. Like, you see things that you didn't see before, like, oh, I could have did it this way, that way. But, when you move forward and you go into a new project or you go get another girl, you set the principle when you first meet somebody. Like when I meet anybody, I don't set I set the principle up front. This is what I do. This is who I am. I said a lot of my friends are very beautiful. Are you insecure? Are you a jealous type? Are you possessive? Like, I ask these questions first date, like, because I need to know, because if you see me hanging out with them, you see what they look like. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, you know what I'm saying? But these are my friends. You know what I'm saying? But
we look good.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Thank you.
yeah. So you can't be insecure when I hang out with people like who I hang out with. Like, you got to go meet them, go talk to them, have a relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? Have a girls' night, stuff like that. But
I'm very mean, but not intentionally. It's just my personality. Please don't take it wrong. My friends love me because I'm a very lovable person, but I'm just an asshole, and I can't. It's like a second language.
I got a funny thing about that, though. So, like, before I actually formally met you, right? I used to see you at. I used to see you at. It used to be Cardi Sporter. But, but at the time,
LA
that's
Fitness.
the worst.
so I used to see her there, but she used to be like so stone faced, like just.
Don't you say nothing to me.
I was in the little workout room on the side doing
wings,
training abs, and I seen her walk in, I went like that. She.
I also, if I don't have my glasses on, I can't see, and if I'm working out,
tunnel vision.
Yeah, like, it just is very intense. Like, you have to walk up to me and speak, unless I actually like have.
What set you on?
No, I understand that.
Listen, when I'm
I go
working
through the
out,
same
that
thing.
all the time.
I don't like being hit on. I don't like being stared down and glared at. I hate all of that.
Do you want me to come interrupt you in the middle of a set? You don't, so don't do it to me.
Don't do it to me.
please.
Oh, you
Please
literally
don't.
just walking in the room, though. So.
Oh no! I was talking about you. I was agreeing with what you were saying.
Wait,
No, I wasn't talking about that.
guy.
No, I was just saying I was feeding off of what she was saying.
So you did come in and do a drop down mic. I do want to touch on your rap career and how that's going and the projects you've been doing, like, because I've seen a couple of those videos. So, what's that like? Outside of acting, you still an entertainer, and you did your drop down mic. You want to shout out that song and, tell us about it?
All right, so that song is called Fast Life and /NFR, Nothing Feels Real. It's a 2-part song, beat switch and everything. It just pretty much talks about, the first part of the song talks about, like, having to, like, leave a girl behind in pursuit of a dream, for the most part. Like, going to another city and, like, saying, like, I promise I'm going to come get you, but, I got to go do this right now. And then the second part of it, it goes into, like, just talking about the hardships of, like, actually, existing in this industry and, like, in the dating world for the most part. Like, the lies and all that different type stuff like that and the deception, just all said in a cool manner. But so this project that I'm doing now is really just like a novelty project because I got off music because I've been so focused on acting.
Yeah.
But so I have 2 other projects called the Playboy Chronicles 1 and the Playboy Chronicles 2. One came out in 2021, the other one came out in 2023. And I, just call inspiration, just go ahead and finish it off with, like, the trilogy. Just one time.
Okay.
You know the rapper Akeem?
Akeem Ali?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way you rap and like this R&B style, right? And y'all flows is 2 different ways. but y'all got this like pimp thing going on, like you know what I'm saying, with your pinky nails at, you know what I'm saying? But like I see that like how your swag is going and how you rap. It's like those are artists to me that would be like your tribe. It would be him, all gold. What's that dude? All gold in my chain. Trinidad James.
Damn.
Like you, Trinidad
Damn.
James, Akeem Ali, like
James.
like for real, it's like
I get what you
like
mean.
it's like they do some boss pimp shit, but it's like from the old school ways, but they do it today.
Yeah.
So I that's how I vibe with the music. Like, man, you throw this on, you want to put your seat back a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Just like ride with that shit. Like,
The way you
I
just
mean,
said,
like,
go ahead.
so for the most part, like, one thing, rule number one, man, like, I don't care what they say, the women love the players, like, 100%. Like, so it's like, you know, I just tap into that on the music side.
yeah.
And, like, I pull from the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, you know.
So who are some of your musical inspirations?
Tupac. That's the biggest one. This is off kilter, but of course Michael Jackson. You know, because my first Playboy Chronicles album, I wore his jackets in all my videos. You know, trying to give it that like visual thing. Because I feel like, you know, I don't care what nobody say. Mike in that era was a player. Like,
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
yeah. So as far as rap is concerned, like,
We don't get you said what is it called? Part
yeah,
3?
3, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's coming out.
Yeah,
Man, we turn on your playlist right now. Who on that bitch?
All right, so I got features with Jaleesa Johnson. I got
The actress?
R&B. Yeah,
She a singer too?
yeah, she do music.
Shout out to you.
I
That's
actually
my
wrote
homie.
a whole project for her.
Oh, that's fire.
The
okay.
Play Girl Chronicles.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I put her whole thing together that year. Like, yeah, I had her hot. But
He Ghost right too. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I actually did some writing for an R&B artist named R&B Meech as well.
Mm-hmm.
But he's on the album. T Willis she's on the second album, and that's about it. I don't do too many features like that.
All right, so going towards the end of our episodes, right? We always ask to drop some gems for the city or the youth, you know, or a young boy that's looking up to you. How can I be in your position? What can you say for those people?
All right, so what I would talk to the kid that was like me, that was growing up searching for identity, trying to figure out who he was, like, and who he is, you know. And I would tell him that everything's gonna be all right. Just stay the course, grow up slowly, don't grow up fast. Be true, be honest, be a man at all times. Everything will work out.
Tell people where to follow you.
You can follow me on IG at McCooleyHigh. That's McCooleyHigh. That's the same thing on Threads and on TikTok and on Facebook, Antonio McCooleyHigh Smith. Thank you.
And this is the end of episode number 5. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see y'all again on the next one. We out.
Let's take off.
Where the stars rise and the real ones show up.